Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. English Channel. I am Emily, and I am so happy to be here with you today.
Hello, Emily, and hello to all our friends listening at home or at work. It is always a pleasure to chat with you.
It really is, Paul. How is your day going so far?
It is going well, thank you. I am a little bit confused by the sky today, though.
Oh, why is that?
Well, when I woke up, the sun was shining and the sky was perfectly blue. I didn't even bring a jacket.
Ah, I see the problem now. It looks very gray and cloudy outside my window right now.
Exactly. It changed so fast. I think it might rain very soon.
Well, that is actually perfect for our topic today, Paul. Today, we are talking about the weather.
The weather. That is a classic topic. It is maybe the most popular thing to talk about in English.
You are right, but why do you think that is? Why do we always talk about the rain or the sun?
I think it is because the weather happens to everyone. It's a very safe way to start a conversation.
Yes, exactly. If you're at a bus stop or waiting in a line, you can always talk about the weather.
It's true. You don't need to know the person. You just say, "It's a bit cold today, isn't it?" And the conversation starts.
It's a bridge between two people. It helps us feel connected before we talk about deeper things.
I like that idea. A bridge made of clouds and sunshine.
Precisely. I actually talked to my neighbor this morning for 10 minutes just because it was so windy.
Really? What did you say to him?
I just said, "Wow, the wind is really strong today." And he started telling me about his garden.
See? It works every time. It's the perfect small talk tool for English learners.
It really is. Now, Paul, let's talk about feelings. How do you feel when the sun is out?
I feel like a different person. When it is sunny, I have so much energy.
I feel the same way. I want to go outside, walk in the park, and see my friends.
Yes! A sunny day makes me want to be productive. I even clean my apartment more when the sun is bright.
That is funny. The sun makes you want to clean? I just want to sit on a balcony and drink iced tea.
Well, that sounds much more relaxing than cleaning. But the light just makes everything look better, doesn't it?
It does. It's like the whole world has a smile on it when the weather is clear.
That's a beautiful way to put it. But what about the opposite? What about rainy days?
Ah, rainy days are very special too, but in a different way. I don't feel energetic, but I feel cozy.
Cozy. That is such a good English word. Can you explain what it means for our listeners?
Of course. Cozy is that warm, comfortable feeling you get when you are safe inside.
Like being under a soft blanket with a hot cup of coffee while the rain hits the window?
Yes, exactly that. On rainy days, I love to stay home and read a good book.
I agree. Rain is the perfect excuse to slow down and relax. You don't feel guilty for staying inside.
That's true. If it's sunny, I feel like I must go outside. If it's raining, I can just listen to the water and rest.
I actually find the sound of rain very peaceful. It helps me sleep much better at night.
Me too. Sometimes I play rain sounds on my phone if it's too quiet outside.
I do that too. It's very relaxing. But I don't like it when I have to go to work in the rain.
Oh, I hate that. Getting your shoes wet is the worst feeling in the world.
And the umbrellas. My umbrella always breaks when the wind is too strong.
I know the feeling. I once saw a man whose umbrella turned inside out in a storm. He looked so surprised.
That has happened to me. It is very embarrassing, but also a little bit funny.
It's those small disasters that make life interesting, I suppose. Now, Paul, what about the temperature?
That is a difficult choice. Do you prefer hot weather or cold weather?
That's a tough one. I think I prefer the cold. I love wearing big sweaters and scarves.
Really? I am the complete opposite. I love the heat. I want it to be summer all year long.
But Paul, when it is too hot, you can't do anything. You just sweat and feel tired.
I know, but you can go to the beach, you can eat ice cream every day, and the days are so long.
That's true. The long days of summer are wonderful. It stays light until 9 p.m. sometimes.
Exactly. In the winter, it gets dark so early, it feels like the day is over at 5 p.m.
I see your point, but in the winter, you can have a fire in the fireplace and drink hot chocolate.
Okay, you are making the cold sound very nice, but I still prefer the tropical heat.
Well, that makes sense. You're from Brazil, right? The weather there is much warmer than here.
No, I'm not from Brazil, but they don't really have a winter like this. They have a rainy season and a dry season.
That is so interesting. My friend went to London last year and she said it rained every single day.
Oh, London is famous for that. I think people there must have very strong umbrellas.
Probably. And some places, like parts of Canada, have snow for many months.
I have never seen real snow, Emily. Only in the movies. Is it as beautiful as it looks?
It is beautiful for the first hour. It looks like white sugar everywhere. Everything is so quiet.
Wow. I really want to see that one day. I want to build a snowman.
It is fun, but after a few days, the snow turns gray and slushy. It gets very slippery on the streets.
Slushy? That's a funny word.
Yes, slush is when the snow starts to melt and mixes with water and dirt. It's very messy.
Ah, okay. So beautiful white snow is good, but gray slush is bad. I will remember that.
Good idea. Weather really changes our plans, doesn't it? Have you ever had a plan ruined by the weather?
Oh, many times. Last month, I wanted to have a picnic with some friends in the park.
A picnic sounds lovely. What happened?
I made sandwiches, I bought fruit, and I even brought a frisbee. But then, the sky turned black.
Oh no, did it start to rain?
It didn't just rain, Emily. It was a thunderstorm. There was lightning and very loud thunder.
That sounds scary. What did you and your friends do?
We all ran to my car and ate our sandwiches inside. It was a very crowded car picnic.
A car picnic. Well, at least you were safe and dry. Did you still have fun?
We did. We laughed a lot because it was so silly. Sometimes the bad weather makes the best stories.
I agree. If everything goes perfectly, you might forget the day, but you will never forget a car picnic in a storm.
It does. And if you're enjoying this conversation about the weather, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Mr. English channel.
Yes, and please share it with a friend who is learning English. It helps us so much.
And if you are still listening, comment the word sunny in the comments below.
Oh, I love that. I want to see how many sunny people we have in our community today.
Me too. Okay, Emily, let's get back to it. We were talking about how weather affects our lives. What about the seasons?
I love the changing of the seasons. I think I would be bored if the weather was the same every day.
I agree. Each season has its own personality. What is your favorite one?
My favorite is definitely spring. I love seeing the tiny green leaves grow on the trees.
Spring is very hopeful. It's like the world is waking up after a long sleep.
Exactly. And the flowers start to come out. The air smells so fresh and clean.
I like autumn the most. I love the colors of the leaves, orange, red, and yellow.
Autumn is very beautiful. It's a bit sad because summer is ending, but it's so pretty.
And the weather is perfect. It's not too hot and not too cold. It's just right for a long walk.
Yes, I call that light jacket weather. It's my favorite temperature to walk in.
Light jacket weather. That is a perfect description.
You know, Paul, weather also affects our language. We have many expressions in English about the weather.
Oh, like when someone is feeling a little bit sick?
Yes, we say they are under the weather.
That is such a strange phrase. Why do we say that?
I think it comes from old sailors. When the weather was bad, they would go under the deck of the ship to feel better.
Wow, I didn't know that. So if I have a cold, I can say, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today.
Exactly. It's a very common and natural way to speak.
What about when it rains very, very hard? My teacher once said something about animals.
You mean it's raining cats and dogs?
Yes, that one. Does it really mean cats and dogs are falling from the sky?
No, definitely not. It just means the rain is very heavy and loud.
I think that is a very funny image. I imagine puppies and kittens falling on umbrellas.
It is a bit silly. We don't use it every day, but it's a fun idiom to know.
Are there any others?
Well, if something is very easy, we sometimes say it is a breeze.
A breeze like a light wind?
Yes. For example, that English test was a breeze. It means it was easy and pleasant.
Oh, I like that. I hope our podcast is a breeze for our listeners to understand.
I hope so too. We try to keep it simple and fun.
You know, Emily, the weather can also affect our emotions. Some people get sad when it's cloudy for a long time.
Yes, that is a real thing. It's often called the winter blues.
The winter blues, because blue is a color for sadness, right?
Right. When there is no sun, our brains don't get enough light and we feel a bit down.
That happens to me in November. It's always so gray and rainy, I just want to stay in bed.
I think many people feel that way. That is why it's important to find indoor hobbies that make you happy.
Like cooking or listening to our podcast.
Exactly. Or maybe starting a bicycle jar like you did in the last episode.
Yes, my jar is getting full of coins. Even on rainy days, I can look at my jar and feel happy.
That is a great way to stay positive. Every kind of weather has something to teach us, I think.
What do you mean?
Well, the rain teaches us patience. We have to wait for it to stop before we can go play.
And the sun teaches us to be grateful for the light and the warmth.
And the wind reminds us that the world is always moving and changing.
That is very deep, Emily. I never thought about weather like that.
It's true. Even a storm can be a reminder of how powerful nature is. It makes us feel small, but in a good way.
I agree. Sometimes I like to watch a storm from a safe place. It's very exciting to see the lightning.
It's like a free light show from the sky. But you have to be careful, of course.
Oh, definitely. Safety first. No standing under trees during a storm.
Good advice, Paul. So let's imagine a situation for our listeners.
Okay, I'm ready.
Imagine you are standing at a bus stop. It is starting to rain. There is another person there. What do you say?
I would probably look at the sky and say, oh no, here it comes. I hope the bus arrives soon.
That's perfect. It's simple and honest. What if the other person answers?
They might say, me too. I don't have an umbrella today.
And then you can say, oh, that's too bad. I have one, but it's very small.
See, now we are having a conversation. We are not strangers anymore.
That is the power of the weather. It breaks the ice.
Break the ice, that's another one. But that's more about meeting people, right?
Yes, it means to start a conversation in a social situation, but it uses a weather word, ice.
We really love weather words in English, don't we?
We really do. Paul, have you ever seen strange weather, like something you didn't expect?
Actually, yes. A few years ago, it was the middle of spring. The flowers were out and it was warm.
Okay, sounds normal so far.
But then, one afternoon, it started to snow. Big, heavy flakes of snow on the green grass.
Oh, wow, that is very strange for spring. What happened to the flowers?
They looked so confused. They were covered in white, but the snow melted very fast.
That is a surprise from nature. It reminds us that we can't always predict everything.
It was very beautiful, though. A white spring. I took many photos.
I bet. I once experienced a heat wave where the temperature was 40 degrees for a whole week.
40 degrees? That is very hot for this part of the world.
It was terrible. Everyone was buying fans and ice. You couldn't even walk on the sidewalk because it was too hot.
That sounds like Brazil on a normal summer day.
I guess I'm just not used to it. I prefer a nice, cool breeze.
Well, Emily, I think we have covered a lot today. We talked about small talk, moods, seasons, and even idioms.
We did. It was a very atmospheric conversation.
Nice word choice. I feel more confident talking about the sky now.
I'm glad. I hope our listeners feel that way too. Weather is a great way to practice your English every day.
Yes, you can even practice by yourself. Look out the window and describe what you see in English.
That is an excellent tip, Paul. Today is cloudy and cool, or the sun is very bright today.
Exactly. It's simple, but it helps your brain stay in English mode.
Well, I think that is all the time we have for today's episode of Mr. English Channel.
It went by so fast. I really enjoyed our chat, Emily.
Me too, Paul. And to all our listeners, thank you for spending your time with us.
Yes, thank you. Remember, every season is a good season to learn something new.
That's a lovely thought to end on.
Before you go, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like if you found it helpful.
And tell us in the comments, what is the weather like where you are right now? Is it sunny, rainy? Is it raining cats and dogs? We want to know.
We love reading your comments. It makes us feel like we are talking with all of you.
It really does. Well, have a wonderful day no matter what the weather is.
Bye for now, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Goodbye. Stay dry or stay cool.